Right.
Right? So,
Wow.
what would we use now to figure out this question?
We're on D.
No, we're doing C again, but
we're
from
doing C
scratch.
again. Okay.
As if we had
C
all we
second
had was
way.
the frequency.
Okay. Another way.
If you don't mind, I'm just gonna flip to the conversion page.
Yeah, please.
Look at it.
Just flip right over and leave it there if you want.
So, what would we use? What formula would we use in this case?
Okay.
The E equals Planck's constant times.
Why can I not write number 6?
We need an energy, so it's gonna be E equals
Yup. E equals. Now you have like 5 formulas with E equals.
E equals
Yup.
HV.
H.
What do you really call that V? You don't call it a V.
Nu.
Nu.
Okay. But what's H?
Planck's constant.
Planck's constant. Yep. Which is equal to what?
6.62 times 10 to the negative 34.
What? 10 to the minus 34. What?
Joules per second.
Close.
Joules times second.
Joules times second. Big difference.
Okay.
Okay. So,
It's just a handy little.
well, how would we set this up?
We're gonna say E equals.
Yep.
6.62 times 10 to the negative 34 joule seconds.
Yep.
Times.
Yep.
Multiplied by your frequency, which is 660,000 per second.
And so what units will you end up with?
Joules per second squared?
Write it out.
Or just joules, the seconds are going to cross off each other.
Exactly. That's why it's important that this is in joule seconds, not
Even
joules
if you're
per second.
multiplying them together, they still cross each other out.
Well, what's happening here? We're having this, right? So I'll just do the units, joule
Okay.
seconds, times this, which is 1 over
1
seconds.
over second.
What
Okay.
happens?
Yes. Joules is left
So
over.
we go
No
down
seconds.
to we go down to the negative 28 then. 4.3
But
times.
now, be careful.
Which
This
what we
is
had
not,
before.
and I've seen this confusing, not just to point you out, Lynn, but it's not going to be 6.62 times 10 to the minus 34 joule seconds times 1 over 60,000.
Right.
Right,
over
no.
seconds.
Right,
You know,
Right.
that 1 over seconds doesn't apply to the number. This comes up here.
Just to the seconds.
It's just the units that are on the bottom.
So what'd you get? 4369200 times
It's the same
34?
answer as before. The joules are 4.3 times 10 to the negative 28.
You should get the same exact answer as you did before.
Yeah.
Just using completely different formulas
Different
to get there.
formula, but it was.
But they work. And that other formula that you used actually derived from this formula.
But I didn't.
What?
Yeah, she
You
didn't.
didn't.
She said.
Okay. It should be this number times this number.
Yeah.
Right? I just
Did
did
you
the
get the
6.62 times 6600.
It should be 66.
Yeah.
660,000.
660,000.
Yep. Times 10 to the minus 34.
Right.
And what'd you get?
I just didn't do the 10 to the minus 34. I just left it out
Oh.
there.
Oh,
Okay.
Okay. I just kind of just said times 10 to the negative 34. I did the two numbers and I just said
Oh.
times 10 to the negative 34.
Okay, so then you
I didn't
got...
actually do 10 to the negative 34.
Okay, well, you can do it that way. Then it's just not scientific notation. Scientific notation is where you have a number point something times 10 to the.
Okay.
So you're gonna, if you do it, it's like saying,
So they could have that answer there to screw you up.
they could have that answer.
Okay.
Usually we do everything in scientific notation. So for example,
Right.
if we were to say 932, something, there's 932 something. Scientific notation is 9.32
Times 10
times
to
10 to the
the
2.
Right.
We keep the point here,
Okay.
right? Because what's 10 to the 2? That's the same thing as 9.32 times 100, which then gives you.
you're just moving your
932.
decimal around. It's like
You're just moving it
but
around. Now, alternatively, you could also say, hey, I don't feel like actually working it out at some point. You could say 0.0932 times 10 to the 3. Because then what's that saying is this, this is a weird way to write it, but they're all equivalent, right?
Right.
Yeah, except for with the
Wouldn't be
with the
times 10 to
zero
the
be,
3, though. It would be times 1, 2,
0.932?
3. It would be like times 10 to the 4th or something.
It'd be
Wouldn't
the fourth.
Uh,
Because if you swing your decimal one more, you got the zero.
yeah. No, not be. Actually, I written that wrong.
You went 2 more places, so it's got to be 10 to the
Oh, I put the
4th.
point here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went 2 places.
Yeah, so it would really be
Correct.
the fourth.
Yes.
It's keeping us on our toes.
Yes. Thank you. Well, that'd be 1, 2, 3, 4. Correct.
Okay.